We're recording. Awesome, guys. Well, I am super excited for this call. Finally in Miami, Florida, visiting the amazing individuals named Mike and Nancy. Just had lunch, and I'm really excited about this call. This is the call I've been waiting for. You know, we had all the chairman elites, we had all the chairman 100, we had all the trade, we had everyone. But this was the call that I was looking for because most people ask this question, right? How do I properly launch? And there's so many ways to go about this. There's so many different avenues. There's so many different directions. But I think what's really important is to understand that you only launch once. Now, some of us, right, who are a little bit older, right, we remember YOLO meaning you only live once. But in this industry, you really only launch once. You have one opportunity to put someone in a position to win. You have one opportunity to make someone go in the direction that they need to go to get the results that they desire. You know, I heard an amazing quote. It was, you can't get to your destination overnight, but you can change the direction in one night. And I believe that with launching, you're not going to get to that end result after the first webinar. You know, you're not going to completely change your life after one webinar, but you can shift someone's direction in one meeting, and it's done through the launch. And I think a lot of people do too much in the launch, right? They want to explain everything. You want to talk about the next 90 days. They want to paint the vision, which is important, but really the launch is super simple. The first launch call for me is actually probably one of the shortest calls that I do. Now, by short, you guys know me. Short's like 30 minutes, right? So short for me is like 30 minutes, but it's one of those calls where it's not as important to give them all the information they need as to build a bridge of communication, build the bridge of trust, right? Build a bridge of dialogue, really, build a relationship and have someone understand that you're creating a partnership with them. And so, guys, I have 4 key things that I want to talk about today in properly making sure that someone is launched in the right way, right? And so, guys, really quick before we get into that, I want to just say I'm grateful. We're on day 2 of 365 of 2021, the first quarter for the rest of your life. I know a lot of you have been taking massive advantage of the social media training that Mike has been promoting, and it was a little bit scary at first. I remember when Mike showed me that training, I was like, yeah, that's a lot of stuff. But I was telling Nancy today, I was like, it's actually been so much easier for me to post than just finding some random personal development quote that relates to some random photo from some random country at some random time in my life. And these have been so powerful. I've enjoyed them so much. And I know a lot of you are enjoying them as well. So I hope you guys are doing well with that. If you're struggling with anything, you're a message away. Hop in the Telegram, hop in the DMs, let's figure it out together. But let's jump into this. Guys, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for this warm weather. I left the snowstorm to come to 85 degrees. And I don't know if I'm going back home. I'm just being honest. I'm sorry, my Chicago fam, I'm not doing it. But let's jump into this, make it happen. Right? So number 1, what is the first thing that you should do when you are launching a new partner, launching a new, I don't even want to say the word customer. I'm doing my best this year to get that term, to get that word out. I don't ever want to hear the word customer again. I want to create entrepreneurs. So what is the first thing that I do when I'm launching a new entrepreneur? The first thing is relationship building, right? Title that out, relationship building. The first thing that you need to focus on is knowing, right, that they know, like, and trust you. They have to know, like, and trust you. No one wants to just get on a call and be told what to do. Someone wants to know that they're cared about. They want to know that you like them as an individual. You want to know that they like you as an individual. You want to get someone to say, okay, this is someone that I can trust, someone that I can go to for information. A lot of you who have been on closing calls with me, opportunity calls with me, launch calls with me, I'm spending the first 5, 10, 15 minutes, just depending on, how social they are and what their personality type is, just building a relationship. I always ask this question, hey, before we get into business, before we start talking about money, before we start talking about the game plan, tell me a little bit about yourself. I don't want to know what you do. I want to know who you are, right? And here's a really funny thing. Think about this. Next time you ask this question, tell me about yourself. I want you to become aware and pay attention to the answer. Do they tell you what they do or do they tell you who they are? That's how you know on a scale of where they're at between an employee and an entrepreneurial-minded individual. I can tell how well someone's going to do really the first couple days, depending on that answer. If someone says, yeah, I'm an accountant, or yeah, I'm a receptionist, or yeah, I'm this, that, or the other, they're just thinking like an employee, which is nothing wrong. That's why we're here to help them. But if they say, well, my name's Tim, I'm 26 years old. I think I'm someone that has a big vision. I want to do a lot. They should start talking about themselves. That's someone that knows that they have value, right? So dig into that value. I want to know who you are. I want to know what you're passionate about. Even you can even ask what they do now, so you can kind of figure out their schedule. One thing that I do is I like to ask, okay, this is a good one. Why did you want to create multiple streams of income? I always ask, why did you want to create alternative streams of income, and not just one stream of income? Why did you want to create multiple? Because obviously our company and our team specifically, we just don't focus on making linear income. We focus on making investment income. We're now looking to get into massive parts of passive income. Our whole entire team wants to create residual income. What made you want to create multiple streams, right? Remember, the best training in the world is a training when someone doesn't know they're being trained. And so in the first meeting, if I can start programming, right? If I can start preparing people for doing more and start changing their mindset right in the beginning, that's going to be more powerful than anything else, right? So number one, I want them to know, like, and trust me. And this is going to be really important, especially as you continue dialogue, you continue conversation, you continue checking in with them. They want to know you're checking in with them because you care, not because they're a number in the back office, not because they're volume, right? I always tell people, how you're launching someone, would you do that with your grandmother? Would you do that with your mom, with your sister, with your sibling, with your cousin? When you're launching someone, right, you want to do it with intention. You want to do it with integrity. You want to do it with purpose. Now, the launch, obviously we have a new launch coming. We're gonna be shooting some videos here shortly. We're gonna be shooting some more videos tomorrow, getting everything prepped for Monday and Tuesday. And it's gonna help when we do have those mass numbers get started. We have 10, 15, 20, 100, 1,000 people a day getting started, right? But when you're doing those one-on-one launches, you want to make sure it's extremely personal. Number two, you want to figure out what their goals are and then vision paint by expanding their goals, right? You vision paint by expanding their goals. So a lot of the time, most people, they don't know how to set up goals in the first place, right? They have no clue how to set up goals. They don't know even what to look forward to, because a lot of the times we're told, okay, well, if you make $60,000, $75,000 a year, you've made it, right? If you got good grades, you've made it. If you went to a good school or got a good job, or if you have the 2.5 kids with a white picket fence, you've made it, right? Most people don't know how to set up goals. So don't expect a lot in the beginning, right? Don't expect a lot in the beginning, but take the information that they've given you, expand off that. Don't go away from it. If someone says, yeah, I want to, I want to learn this skill set, and that's all they say. Don't just jump right into talking about residual income and telling them to build a big team, right? How you would go about that is switching the terminology to aligning their vision, a part of the team and company's vision, right? Mike said it best. He said, if you want to make 6 figures, build your organization. If you want to make 8, build the company, right? So how can you align someone else's goal to the company's goal? I'm going to say, man, those are actually some amazing goals. What made I want to keep asking questions, right? What made you want those goals? What specifics? Is it something that you thought about? Is it something off the top of your head? Have you not put too much thought into it yet? Get to know where they're at, right? The best way to close someone, I know we're talking about launching, is to find their pressure points. The more information you know about someone, the more key things, the more key phrases, the more, good and bad, the better that you're able to do something. So the more information I'm collecting, the better I'm able to help serve. It's not manipulative. It's putting yourself in a good position to best serve someone else. And so, I haven't put too much thought into it. Hey, man, well, let me tell you this. Just from me getting to know you thus far, I think you're going to be a big part, not only of our team's vision, you're going to accomplish those goals easy, right? I already believe that. But I think you're going to be a big part of our vision and the company's vision. And the company's vision is the same as ours. We want to go ahead and educate, empower, and enrich 1 million people by the end of this year. And we're going to do that by actually giving people financial literacy. We're not going to teach people how to become financially abundant. We're going to teach them how to become financially literate, because money is only a byproduct of literacy. And I'm going to just paint the vision of what we're doing as a whole. I'm setting the tone. I'm setting the expectation. I'm letting them know what my objective is, what's it called, my prerogative, right? What the team wants to do, because here's the thing. If some of you do this too, this is where something you really have to switch, and it's something that I'm going to switch as well. This is something, it challenged me. If I'm on a closing call with you and I don't say this, I want you to call me out. You can text me, you can say it on the call, I don't care. But we have to stop telling people this is only an hour a day. This is only an hour a day, right? So if we do an hour a day, that's 30 hours in a month. Let's say the basic income is $15 an hour or $12 an hour. Let's go ahead and do 12. Most people are probably making 12. That's $360. Most people don't want to just make an extra $360 because that's just covering the monthly. So stop telling people it's only an hour a day. Set the expectation. This is what I'm going to start saying on calls. When people ask me, well, how long is it going to take? I'm going to start saying, I'm going to be honest. You can do this in an hour a day, but you're probably not going to accomplish what you actually desire. If you want to make real money here, you're going to need to invest 2, 3, 4 hours a day of this. And I would rather someone not join than join and quit in 30 days. I'm being absolutely honest. Trust me. I wish I felt that way when I first got started. When I first got started, I was like, well, I need people to get in because I need to hit these. I need to hit this volume. I need to hit these numbers. I need to hit a rank so my team's excited, so that my team's. It was always like I needed to do. No, I don't need to do anything. Nor do we need anyone, because the right people will align. So don't feel that you need to say certain things to close certain people. No, stick to what the vision is. And the vision is always the same. 1,000 chairmen and 1,000 people educated, enriched, and empowered. Educated, empowered, and enriched. Whatever order you want to go in, it doesn't matter. I can never get it right anyways. But that's the vision, right? So paint that vision for them and find ways to align them in there, right? If you notice something about their personality, they're very outgoing, or they're very smart, or they're very organized, or they have experience, hey, your skill set, I think, is going to be a massive factor to us accomplish this. And let me tell you why. So not only do they now know, like, and trust you, right? They think that, they know, right? They know that you believe in them. They now know that they're a part of something bigger than themselves. Remember, less than 25% of people join join anything for money. Now, does everyone want to make money? Of course. Money is extremely important. You need it for your clothing, you need it for your children, you need it for food, you need it for everything. But most people want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Most people want to help others. What do you hear often when you do calls? What do you really enjoy? What are you really passionate about? Hey man, I love, spending time with my friends, spending time with my family. I love helping people. If you hear that and you miss the opportunity, this is where I messed up with Mike. I missed the opportunity to paint the vision of helping others. Mike told me I want to help people, but I wasn't able to paint the vision until 9 months later because I didn't take advantage of that one little conversation, because I was just so focused on making sure that he was taken care of and not expanding where he actually could have gone. Now, did it work out? Of course. But does he regret wasting 9 months? Obviously, right? So expand their vision. Guys, these first two parts are the most important. They're the most important because this is where the trust is going to happen. This is where they're going to start taking you seriously. This is how you're going to become an authoritative figure. And here's the thing as well. If you're a customer right now, you're a P150 right now, if you're a P600 right now, sometimes even a P1000, depending on your posture and comfortability level, you should not be doing these calls. And this is why. It's not because you're not capable. It's because you want people to see that there's more than just you. You want the person you sign may not resonate with you. The person you sign may resonate with Nancy 3 calls down the line, Kevin 2 calls down the line, me a month and a half later. You want to give people the opportunity to see different faces, hear different stories, get more excited about what's going on. You're going to be the one that's checking in with them. Like I just got a message this morning getting on the plane. Hey man, I have a successful business in Orange County, and it's not a business where I'm able to travel or move around, and I'm about to move, and I know I'm not going to make as much money as where I'm moving. I want to work. He literally said this. I want to work my ass off and I want to do what you do. You know what I said? I said, amazing. What I'm going to do, man, is I'm actually going to introduce you to my business partner because I want you to have multiple perspectives on how this works and see that you actually are connected to the source. I have a call. I said, Mike, are you free at 8 o'clock tonight? He said, yeah. I said, awesome. I have a call for you. I'm a chairman 10. I don't do my own calls because I understand when I open up people's eyes that there's more to this than just what they see in front of them. That's more powerful than me just hopping on a one-on-one and having an ego. You have an ego. Just admit it. It's okay to admit it. Become aware of it. There's nothing wrong with having an ego. It's how you react and how you use it that determines whether it's a good or a bad thing, right? So number one was relationship building. Number two was getting their goals and then expanding their goals by vision painting, right? Number three is the launch website breakdown, right? The launch website breakdown. And the breakdown is going to depend on their goals. How far you're going to go with it will depend on their goals. The topics that you're going to touch on are going to depend on their goals. But most importantly, you're going to want to break it down. And the most important thing that you can do overall is to hype the course up. You want to hype the course up. And the same reason why you would edify a video before someone watches it is the same reason why you need to edify the website before someone begins it. Because if you just say, okay, hey man, this is the course, I'll get to that question in a second. Hey, this is the course, you're just gonna go through this, is gonna give you, everything you need to know. And you end it there, no one's really excited about it. Will they go through it? Of course, but there's no intensity behind that. So you're gonna wanna say, hey man, what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna share my screen with you. And I'm really excited because what this launch has done has helped thousands of people around the world. And it's so simple and so easy. You're going to be amazed. Like literally in a couple of days, when we have a conversation again, you're going to be like, dude, I wish I started this earlier. So what this course is going to do is it's going to be a step-by-step. Even if like you're more independent and you disappeared, like, dude, even if I was dumb as a rock, I make a joke out of it, right? I say that all the time, right? You would still be successful. This is a step-by-step from A to Z to get you exactly where you need to go. I'm attaching a why to an action. Exactly where you need to go, the website. Put them together, bada bing, bada boom, results, right? So edify the website. You can go deeper into it. You can use different phrases, but you need to go into it, right? And explain what it is. Hey man, so show them how to do it. Press start, read the first statement with them, whatever it may be, right? Number three is launch website breakdown. Right? And you're going to hype up the course and focus on certain levels that are towards their goals. Now, if they're very residual income focused, you're going to explain the importance of getting through level number 4, which is called why make an impact, right? Hey, I really believe once you're done with level 1, go through level 4 really quick before you jump into the basics. Why would they skip that? Why would they go straight to level 4? Well, they told me they want to make residual income. So what am I going to do? I'm going to teach them about residual income. Right? So focus on what they want to focus on, but also direct, right? Also direct. Something really big about this as well is we're changing the tone, and you guys are going to see this in my video called Why Platinum 150, right? Why go Platinum 150? And I think we really need to shift our mindset on the first rank of this company. Right? We all know that Platinum 600 is the cornerstone rank. It's the rank it's the backbone rank of this company. I think 41 Platinum 600 makes you Chairman 10. So for anyone that's a Platinum 600 right now, and you don't know how to go Chairman, find 40 people and show them exactly what you did to get to where you are today, you'll go Chairman. Simplicity, that's pretty mind-blowing, right? But here's where I'm getting at. We have to stop thinking we're recruiting people. We're not. What I tell people, and what I'm going to continue to tell people, and what I recommend each and every one of you tell people, because that's what's going to be in the course, is you're not looking to recruit. You're looking to find accountability. Who are 3 to 5 people right now that if you worked alongside them, you would all accelerate, not only in this business, but with the skill sets. You would make each other better. No one loves sales, but everyone loves to buy. No one loves sales, but everyone loves impact. So stop doing sales. right? So who are 3 to 5 people? It could be your best friends, it could be your siblings, it could be coworkers. Who are 3 people if you reached out to them? If you were starting a traditional business today and you needed business partners, who would you go towards? You got your list? Awesome. This is exactly how you're going to talk about it. And the next training on that is exactly how to ask for their opinion, right? P150 shouldn't be something that's scary. P150 should be something that boosts someone up to make it easier, to make learning how to trade easier, to be hopping on the sessions easier, to be retention and learning, the learning curve easier, right? So focus on certain segments of the course that are going to help them accomplish their goal right away. Now, I'm not going to go too much into the course and into the training and sharing my screen. I'm just talking to you guys right now. You know, you'll figure that out with experience. Remember, all learning comes from experience. All learning comes from practice. All learning comes, you know, from failure, right? You probably won't start with the best launch calls, right? I remember when my mentor left, right? Here's somewhere I really struggled was, you know, I was so good at inviting and promoting. I was so good at plugging people in, but I never practiced myself. I always relied on someone else. And so in the beginning, I was so nervous. I didn't do really well, right? That's why people fell off. Remember, I always tell the story how it was a TIM business. It was a system-oriented business. And that's why we switched the lines to system, what's it called? System focused people, what is it called? Community focused. What the hell is it called? System-based community focus. See, this is why I have 3 to 5 people in the room who make me better. There you go. A prime example of why you need 3 to 5 people to help you out. So going on to number 4. This is called next webinar. So number 1, relationship building. Number 2, knowing their goals and vision painting by expanding their goals. Number 3, launch website breakdown by hyping up the course and focusing on their certain key levels. And then number 4, next webinar. I call this the homework assignment. And I give someone a homework assignment because this will allow me to determine someone's coachability index. And this was very, very easy in the other launch, right? Because this is why I would say, I say this every single launch call. I mean, how many calls have I done with Marcellus? Marcellus will agree. Marcellus, drop a 7 in the chat if I say this, right? Don't drop it now because you can't lie to him, right? You got to tell him I'm telling the truth. But I always say this. I say, hey, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like doing 30, 60, 90-day game plans in the beginning because it's a lot of new information. What I like to do is to create dialogue. And so what I want you to do is I want you to complete the first 5 hours of the Academy, only Series 100, only Series 200. Then I want you and I to come back together, and I want to go over what you've learned and where you're struggling so we can make sure you retain that information. Now, is that more tedious? Does that take more time? Of course. But what it does is it duplicates. So now when you are able to go help, so now when you have a friend or you have a family member or you have a coworker that gets started with you, you know exactly how to take care of them. I've said that every single time. I say it in closing calls. I say it all the time. It's mastered line by line, every single time, word by word, sentence by sentence. And so create a homework assignment from them, depending on their level of intensity, depending on their goals, and this is something that you're going to learn. You have to have discernment here. This is why it's important to have someone else come in and help you, right? Create a goal for them, right? I know when we were discussing, we're like, well, if everyone goes through the levels of the course, you know, if 7 levels, they can really knock it out in 7 days. So, hey, you know, I want you to finish the first 3 levels of the course, and I want you to reach out to me in the next 48 hours when it's done. That's super simple. The first level is like, it's applications and group chats. That should be done within 30 minutes. You know, the second level is understanding the 5 streams of income. It's just a couple videos and reading. That should take no more than 30 minutes. The third level is basics. The Forex basics is going to be 2 hours. We're going to keep crypto basic under 2 hours. You're going to open up a crypto wallet. You're going to buy your first cryptocurrency, right? We're going to start creating investor mindsets, right? You know, shifting people's paradigms. People should have the first 3 levels done in 24 hours. Hey, in 24 hours, I want you to have these first 3 things done. Do you think that's something that you can accomplish? Who's going to say no? No one's going to say no to that. Now, what really matters in this is if they message you or not. This does not mean you just never talk to them again. You still reach out to them, but it's going to show you in the first meeting where they're at in a level of coachability. If they're very good at saying, okay, I've received, I'm going back. I've received, I'm going back. I've received, I'm going back. That is someone you're going to want to work with a lot. But if it's someone that you have to put in all this extra effort for, you may not want to put that much time into it. Why would you? There's thousands of people out there that are looking for the value that you have right now. But because you're focused so much and holding on so much to someone that doesn't even want it, all those people over there are missing out, right? So guys, that to me is the perfect launch. Now, there are little lines and little things and specifics, of course, but the outline should be that. Build a relationship with someone. Know where they want to go with this, right? Right from the beginning, where do you want to go with this, right? Number 3, show them where to start, how to get the job done, how to get those results. Attach their why to action steps. Attach their why to action steps. If there is no why, there is no action. You cannot convince someone to do something if they don't know why they're doing it in the first place. That's why the beginning is so important. And then number 4, give them a homework assignment. Now, there's little things like, asking, how do you like to be held accountable and things like that. But that's going to flow in your own launch. You're going to see that with different leaders. Have different leaders do launches for you. Have me do a launch. Have Nancy do a launch. Have Mike do a launch. Right? Have Jordan do a launch. Brady do a launch. Hector do a launch. J-Lo, and have different people do launches and see how they talk. That's all I did. Like, I didn't become. I think I'm a really good presenter. Right? That's just me. I didn't become that because I just started practicing. No, I studied people. I studied David. I studied Jason. I literally studied Jason religiously. Like, I would watch all of his videos on the op calls. IML back in the day, we used to have a corporate op call every single day. And even if I had no one plugged in, I was watching it. 7 o'clock, I was on that call every single day because I wanted to be one of the best. I wanted to be able to present this information to anyone, anywhere, at any time. Right? So I just watched and I just started stealing little things, adding my own personality, adding my own twist, right? Like, you guys don't have to be me. Don't be me. You'll never be your best self if you try to be me. Really think about that. I know I can't be the best Tim if I try to be David E. Monitia. It just won't happen. But I can take things I like from David and then become the best Tim. So you have to do that too. So guys, if you got value from this, please show some love. Drop a 369 in the chat. I am super excited for the rest of this week. I know we have an Alex Morin training coming up on Tuesday. We got an amazing 7-figure mentorship coming up tomorrow, the QC Weekly Outlook. We got a special title for it, a special training for it. We already did setting the tone, so we got to do something a little bit better. We got to keep stepping it up, right? We got the Amazing Go live sessions going on. Guys, we're 2 days into the year. And if the past, how many hours has it been? 36 hours or so, 40 hours or so, hasn't been what you wanted thus far, that's okay. Make the decision now to make it happen. Remember, your goal is not going to happen overnight, but overnight you can change the direction towards your goal. So guys, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for each and every single one of you. I will have this recording posted and out. If you have any questions, you need any help, let me know. Let's make it happen. What is it? 20 money one? 20 money one? I ain't saying that. All right, guys. I love y'all. We'll see you soon.